I never believed in the supernatural. Until that night. But now. I think I believe in something worse. Something you can't exorcise or bless away. Something that doesn't come from outside this world, but from some crack within it. Something that knows you. I was 24 when I moved into an old apartment building on the far edge of the city. It was a quiet place, too quiet, tucked behind a dying shopping plaza and a long-forgotten rail line. The rent was cheap. The ceiling leaked. The walls were thin. But I didn't care. I was desperate to get out of my parents' place. Unit 4B was mine. Top floor. Peeling paint. A view of the alley and nothing else. From day one, something felt off. The elevator groaned like it was in pain, so I used the stairs. But the stairwell was worse, cold even in the summer. It smelled of rust and stagnant water. And the hallway outside my apartment, long, narrow, dimly lit by flickering bulbs. It never looked the same twice. Sometimes it felt like the walls were closer than before. Sometimes I'd swear the hallway had more doors than it did yesterday. But the worst part was the window. A single, narrow pane of glass halfway down the hallway. It looked out over nothing, just a blank, black brick wall. No sky. No street. Just that same suffocating blackness. And yet, almost every time I passed it, I felt watched. The first week went by quietly. A few creaks. Some weird noises at night. I chalked it up to the building settling. Rats maybe. Until I started seeing things. At first, small. Blurred shapes in my periphery. A glimpse of someone in the mirror that vanished the moment I turned. Footsteps in the hall at 3 a.m., that stopped just outside my door. Then came the scratches. It was late. Rain pounded the window like nails. I had just finished watching some trashy horror movie when I heard it. A slow, dragging sound at the door. Not a knock. Not tapping. Scraping. Like fingernails on dry wood. I crept to the door, barefoot, barely breathing. Looked through the peephole. Nothing. No one in the hallway. Not even a breeze. I waited. Heart hammering. Then turned to walk back to the couch. The scratching started again. Only this time. From the window behind me. My blood ran cold. I live on the 4th floor. There's nothing beneath my window but empty air. No balcony. No fire escape. But the sound was the same. Fingernails on glass. I inched forward. Every part of me screamed don't look, but I looked. At first, nothing. But in the far corner of the glass. A face. Not human. Pale. Almost translucent, like wax or wet plastic. Its eyes, 2 gaping voids. And it was smiling. Not a friendly smile. A smile that said I found you. I stumbled backward. Knocked over a lamp. The face vanished, as if it had never been there. And then, the lights went out. The silence that followed was thick. Absolute. Total. Wrong. I could hear my heart beating. I could hear something else too. Faint footsteps. In the hallway. I crouched near the door. A faint glow from outside, emergency backup lights. Someone was walking slowly past my door. But they stopped. Right. In. Front. And then, the scratching started again. But this time, it wasn't coming from the door. It was coming from inside the walls. Something was crawling between the plaster. Living. Breathing. Hungry. I ran for my phone, I'd left it on the kitchen counter. But as I passed the bathroom, I caught my reflection. I stopped. I was there. standing in the mirror. But I didn't move. My reflection watched me. And then, it smiled. And suddenly, I couldn't breathe. My lungs burned like I was underwater. I screamed, or tried to, but no sound came out. I grabbed the door handle, locked. I never lock it. It didn't matter. I wasn't getting out. Then, a sound. Creaking. One of the hallway windows had just opened. Over the next few days, things got worse. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I stopped going to work. I tried telling people, my mom, some friends, but every time I tried to explain, my mind fuzzed over. I couldn't speak the words. I tried leaving the building, but every time I reached the front door, something changed. The lobby would stretch. The elevator would go down but never stop. I even took the fire stairs once, only to find myself back on my floor. The hallway longer than before. The window closer. I nailed my apartment windows shut. Drew salt lines. Lit candles. Nothing helped. One night, I heard something breathing under the floorboards. Another night, the faucets ran black. Every mirror in my apartment began to show me things I didn't remember doing. Me, sleeping. Me, opening the window. Me, smiling at nothing. It all came to a head 3 nights ago. I was curled in the bathroom, lights off. The mirror was covered with a towel. Then. A whisper. Right beside my ear. It's not outside. It's already in you. You let it in. Don't you remember when? I shook my head. But some part of me did remember. The first week I moved in. I thought I was dreaming. I had heard the door creak at night. I got up. I checked the hallway. But that time, I forgot to close it all the way. I left the door open. Just a crack. Enough for something to slip inside. And now, it lives in me. I don't remember unlocking the door. But when I walked into the hallway, it wasn't the hallway anymore. The walls were alive, pulsing faintly like veins. The lights flickered in a rhythm, like a heartbeat. And the window at the far end was glowing. But not from outside light. From inside. I walked toward it. My feet moved on their own. And when I looked out, I saw my apartment. I saw myself, standing inside. My reflection. Still. Pale. Grinning. It raised a hand. Pressed a finger to its lips. Shoo. I turned. Behind me, the hallway was gone. Now there was only blackness. An impossible, eternal space. And something moving within it. Dozens, maybe hundreds of faces. All of them. Mine. All smiling. All whispering. Shoo. You never left. You're part of it now. We all are. Now I sit here, or something does, telling you this. Because someone will move into Unit 4B again. The rent is too good. They'll hear the scratching. They'll look out the hallway window. And they'll see, me. Or what I've become. And I'll be smiling. Waiting. Because the window doesn't look out. It looks in.